Baz, no crying over your cornflakes this morning.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was a game of football. It was a great game. Plenty of pressure from both teams. Queensland copped a bit of a pounding, but it's state of origin. There's going to be. I know I tipped.
Yeah,
Maroons.
you were super confident.
I was confident.
Too confident.
Very confident. Well, I still think that the injuries cost Queensland, and I do think that they missed Sam Thaiday.
Robert Craddock, the man at the scene in enemy territory. Did you cop a mouthful this morning?
Yeah, no, I'll tell you one thing I did like. I liked the way Queensland took their loss. Everyone was trying to get them to say, what about those referee calls? But Brent Tate in particular come out and said, you know what? He said, how many errors do we make? Someone said 13. And then 3. And he said, mate, that was it for us. He said, we're outplayed. And it's interesting, Baz, the way that footballers will accept an occasional ordinary call if they feel they've been outplayed sometimes.
They knew they were outplayed.
Yeah, and I like that.
Yeah, and I mean, his point, 13 errors, 13 just basic errors, schoolboy errors by Queensland, a lot of them early in the game, gave New South Wales a bit of momentum. You can't blame referees for that, Bob.
No,
you can't, no. And you can't blame the crowd. It's just simply that they made mistakes guys that like Thurston, he doesn't make those mistakes.
And it was just interesting, Amanda. I'm wondering whether we're just having a little bit of post-Lockyer trouble with our halves in that I don't think they really knew who was in charge last night for a period of that game.
Oh, look, we are. But Lockie was there for so long, you have to expect that. It will take time for them to gel as a pairing.
Yeah.
I think Thurston is still building into the 5/8 role. Yeah. I don't think he's quite the natural 5/8 that he thought he was. He spent so much time playing halfback that I think he's a halfback now trying to turn into a 5/8, whereas he was a 5/8 who became a halfback. Yeah. And look, there's technically little things there. He hasn't had 2 great games, although he was pretty good in the first game. He wasn't as good last night. And as I said, throwing the ball over the sideline and that sort of thing, you just don't see him do that.
Isn't it interesting that a lot of hype was about the Carney-Pearce combo, and now the tables are turned after a loss, and we're looking at the Maroons halves?
Yep, great point. And look, I didn't think Pearce was exceptional last night. But this is what winning does. It buys you time.
It's bought him time.
And it bought Cooper Cronk time in the first game. He was not outstanding.
Yep.
This time it's bought Mitchell Pearce time. And of course Todd Carney was quite good. So they're mustering experience. But hey, the Queensland winning the 3rd game, the heat's fair back on Mitchell Pearce again.
Yeah, Mitchell Pearce is there, but only just there.
Yeah,
I don't think he's a dominant halfback for New South Wales by any means.
Yeah.
Todd Carney, terrific game last night. Yeah. Previous game, very ordinary. Yeah. Who's to know in the 3rd game? The one thing I would like to know is who picks the man of the match. I'm told it's Australian selectors. But were they at the game? Do they watch the same game? Greg Bird as man of the match? Oh, if it wasn't Robbie Farah, I haven't seen any rugby league in my life. He was outstanding. I think it's absolutely ridiculous to say he made 63 tackles, by the way. That's not physically possible. But he was terrific.
So who took the stats?
Look, the stats are done. If I run up and put my 3rd man in and put my hand on someone, there's a tackle for so-and-so. That's rubbish. But he was absolutely outstanding. He's by far the best player on the field. I don't know where they came up with Greg Bird. He wouldn't have even been in my top 3 New South Wales players.
The only thing with Bird was, I thought the same. I went and looked at his stats, and 130-odd metres and 30-odd tackles. It was a Greg Bird sort of a game, and it was a Greg Bird sort of a contest, wasn't it? Yeah. Look, so he was. Look, he was in my top 3, but I know what you mean. Farah's case was.
Yeah. Well, look. Again, we went back to stats. He's made 38 tackles. Who said he made 38 tackles?
Yeah.
Look. These tackle counts have become ridiculous in rugby league, and I'll go back to one of the greatest coaches of all time, Bob Bax. Never took a tackle count in his life. You know what he used to take, Bob? Missed tackle counts.